In our top story this morning, the funeral of Afro Pop musician Robbie Malinga takes place today at the Rema Bible Church. Malinga passed away on Christmas Day following an intense battle with pancreatic cancer. His family confirmed last week that Malinga said he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer earlier this year. His memorial service was held at Grace Bible Church in Pimville, Soweto on Friday, where he was praised for his selfless ability to make other artists shine and be a success over 20 years in the industry that he dedicated.
Unfortunately, we don't know how many people are expected to attend, but the auditorium is quite huge and bigger than the one we had at Grace Bible Church, and it was actually packed to capacity. So I'm sure we can expect that a lot of people are going to make their way through. Last week Friday at the memorial service, we had people also who he lived his life with growing up. So I'm sure people from KZN are also going to be making their way here, and also people from Soweto will be here.
Let's cut across live to Rema Bible Church in Randburg now, where the funeral proceedings have begun. We are joined now on the phone line by ANN7 reporter Basitsana Pora from Rema Bible Church in Randburg. Good morning to you, Basitsana. Thank you for joining us. Just to talk us through, we actually are receiving some visuals now of people walking into the Rema Bible Church. Talk to us about the mood and atmosphere and what is happening now in the Rema Bible Church auditorium.
Good morning to you and good morning to the viewers at home. As you're seeing from the live visuals that you're getting now, the family of the late Robbie Malinga have arrived with his casket being also carried in to the church. People also starting to trickle in as promised that the funeral service would start at 8. At exactly 8 o'clock, the family was here with the casket, which is black and, very royal looking, very worthy of the man that Robbie Malinga was. On the program today, we do know that the program director is going to be Sibusiso DJ Swuli Obe. And a prayer will be given by Kabelo Mabalani. We do know that from the family, his brother will also be speaking. Another person who will be speaking today is Cassius Kamalanje, who wasn't there at the memorial service, and that is a childhood friend. Some other dignitaries that will be attending today is Dr. Ivan Khoza, who will also be speaking from Universal Music South Africa, Sipho Dlamini, a lot of people. We will also have entertainment by Musa Sukwene, who we do know that had a hit song with Robbie Malinga that trended for very long and still is one of the quite favorite songs that South Africans sing along to Mthande. We will also hear tribute from TK Nwiza, and Robbie Malinga's son, Robbie Jr., will be speaking. And not just the son, but the wife as well, and Malinga will also be speaking today. They haven't said much throughout the week, and finally we will get to hear what they have to say in memory of the husband and the father that Robbie Malinga was. Banyaza Lesofie will also be giving a message of support, and the keynote speaker, as my colleague Ndladla had mentioned, is Faith Mazibuko, the MEC for Sports, Arts, Culture and Recreation. So it looks like it's going to be a very short program, a dignified one as well. Robbie Malinga's obituary is very long, going to show the extensive career that he has had. And as I made mention from the visuals that she's seeing, the family has arrived. Robbie Malinga's casket has arrived. Some people very emotional, especially seeing, the seriousness of today. And the fact that today will be the last day where we bid farewell to the great musical giant that Robbie Malinga was. Just remind our viewers at home how we got to this point. On the 21st of December 2017, Robbie Malinga passed away after spending some time with all of his family. And as we've heard from testimonies, that was the first time, even at his funeral, not all the family members from his side and the wife's side were available, but on the day that he departed, everybody was there, and he made sure that he bid farewell to them. That was a very sad ending to the Christmas that South Africans had, and also a very sad beginning of the year, seeing that today is only the second day of the year 2018, and we are laying Robbie Malinga to rest.
Sana, you have mentioned, given us some highlights rather of the program to come, and you've mentioned that it might be a brief program, perhaps 1 or 2 hours. When it comes to the part where he actually gets to be put down, the graveside segment, do we know if the family is going to be allowing media to attend that segment of the funeral or service, or would they want that to be a private part of today's proceedings?
Media is invited and allowed to cover all proceedings of the funeral today. As you've also seen during the week, that his family was really media friendly, obviously with us media having to also have respect to how they do things, and also bear in mind the pain and the trauma that they're going through. We will be broadcasting as well the funeral proceedings at the graveyard. We will be going to West Park Cemetery, where many other, local South African giants and celebrities have been laid to rest today. He will be joining the likes of Joe Mafela, who was also laid to rest in the year 2017. He will be joining the Kukuzulus and the Vuyombulis. So it's going to be a very dignified funeral. We do know that Bataung tombstones will also be laying one of their tombstones, and we're waiting to see what today's theme is going to be and what statue is going to be today's tombstone also for Robbie Malinga.
Well, thank you so much for that update, Basana. We'll just go back to those live visuals coming to us from Rema Bible Church in Randburg, where Robbie Malinga's funeral service proceedings are kicking off. As promised, the family mentioned the service would start at 8 a.m. this morning, and at 8 a.m. on the dot, they walked in just behind Robbie Malinga's casket, which you can see on your screens in front of you there, a black, shiny casket. As Basana mentioned, something dignified and fitting for a man of his caliber. Well, the choir is still giving a rendition. Let's just cut across live to the audio coming from Rema Bible Church. right there, continuing to usher a musical item as Robbie Malinga's funeral ceremony will begin shortly. The program will start any moment now. The people are still arriving into the auditorium, and once everyone is seated, the program director, DJ Spool,